There's a profound magic in how a tiny patch of earth can ground us, offering a quiet rebellion against the fast-paced pulse of city life. A garden isn't just a collection of plants, it is a living, breathing sanctuary that evolves with us, teaching us patience through every unfurling leaf and shifting shadow. Today, we're exploring how to reclaim those small, often overlooked urban corners using budget-friendly rustic decor and clever landscaping. I'm so glad you're here with us at Rustic and Rooted, where we cultivate beauty in the simplest of places. Finding a secluded pocket within a bustling city requires looking for neglected boundaries. Imagine a weathered teak chair tucked where the brickwork meets a sprawling ivy vine. The rough texture of the wall contrasts against soft, oatmeal-colored linen cushions. When the low afternoon sun filters through the leaves, it creates a sanctuary that feels miles away from the street noise. From a design perspective, utilizing corners prevents the garden from feeling cluttered or cramped. Positioning a single seat diagonally creates an inviting sightline that draws the eye across the longest span of the patio. Ensure the ground is level with reclaimed slate or compacted gravel to prevent wobbling. This simple placement maximizes floor space while providing a functional retreat for daily reflection. Silvering cedar planks and rusted iron staples define the aesthetic of vintage fruit crates. These sturdy vessels offer deep soil capacity while maintaining a narrow footprint against a fence or wall. The wood develops a beautiful lichen-crusted patina when exposed to the elements, grounding the space in a rugged, earthy palette. Their modular nature allows for quick reconfigurations as seasons change. Seek out crates at local markets or salvage yards, focusing on those with reinforced corners for longevity. Line each box with heavy-duty landscape fabric to prevent soil from washing through the gaps in the timber slats. Grouping 3 crates of varying heights establishes a visual hierarchy that feels intentional. This approach utilizes vertical space without the expense of permanent masonry or built-in planters. Galvanized metal and discarded tea tins provide a gleaming contrast to the soft, feathery texture of dill and fennel. When the sun hits the metallic surfaces, it reflects a cool light that brightens shady windowsills. Brushing against a row of these containers releases the sharp, invigorating scent of rosemary and lemon thyme. It is a tactile experience that connects the outdoor harvest to the kitchen. Next, consider the drainage requirements for these smaller vessels by drilling several holes into the bottom of each tin. Elevate them slightly on a bed of river stones to ensure air circulates underneath the metal. Because tins hold less soil, they dry out faster than traditional ceramic pots. Monitor the moisture levels daily, especially during the height of summer, to keep the foliage lush and vibrant. Morning mist clings to the surface of a small, folding bistro table topped with a heavy ceramic mug. A simple burlap runner softens the hard lines of the metal furniture, providing a tactile, organic layer. Surrounding the area with fragrant lavender and jasmine creates an olfactory boundary that defines this space as a zone of rest. The weight of the stone pavers feels solid underfoot. For a successful setup, choose furniture that can be folded and stored during inclement weather to preserve the finish. Scale is critical here. A table that is too large will dominate the patio and restrict movement. Aim for a diameter of 24 inches to accommodate a French press and 2 cups comfortably. Lighting a single beeswax candle nearby adds a subtle glow that enhances the early morning atmosphere. Rough-sawn pine pallets offer a substantial industrial foundation for a DIY sofa. Once sanded to a smooth finish and treated with a clear matte sealant, the golden grain of the wood glows against the green backdrop of the garden. Thick, oversized cushions in forest green or slate gray provide the necessary comfort for long afternoons. These low-profile pieces create a relaxed, grounded environment for social gatherings. Moving to the assembly, stack 2 pallets for the base to reach a standard seating height of 18 inches. Use exterior-grade screws to secure a third pallet vertically for a sturdy backrest. To prevent the wood from rotting, place the entire structure on a set of small casters or bricks to keep it off the damp ground. This height also makes cleaning the area beneath the seat much easier. Oxidized copper watering cans and chipped enamel basins serve as unexpected focal points among the greenery. These items carry a sense of history, their dented surfaces and faded colors suggesting a life well lived outdoors. Tucking a moss-covered stone gargoyle or a rusted iron gate segment into a flower bed introduces a layer of mystery. The interplay between man-made relics and wild growth creates a balanced composition. Design balance is achieved by scattering these objects sparingly rather than grouping them all in one location. Place a larger item, like an old wooden ladder, against a wall to act as a structural anchor for smaller trinkets. Contrast the hard, cold surfaces of metal finds with soft, flowing ornamental grasses. This technique ensures the decor complements the horticulture rather than competing with it for the viewer's attention. A vintage A-frame ladder provides multiple tiers for a vertical botanical display. Positioning trailing succulents on the top rungs allows their fleshy leaves to spill downward like a green waterfall. Darker, shade-loving hostas sit comfortably on the lower levels, protected by the canopy above. This vertical arrangement mimics the layers of a forest, drawing the eye upward and making a small courtyard feel significantly taller. Then, consider the practicalities of watering a multi-level structure to avoid creating a muddy mess on the lower plants. Place saucers under every pot to catch excess runoff and protect the wooden rungs from constant moisture. Heavier terracotta pots should stay on the bottom shelf to provide a low center of gravity and prevent the ladder from tipping in high winds. This setup maximizes every square inch of a compact balcony. The rhythmic crunch of feet on small river stones provides an audible cue that you have entered a private world. These smooth, gray and tan pebbles shift slightly with every step, creating a dynamic surface that feels organic and soft. Winding the path through dense plantings of ferns and foxgloves hides the end of the garden from view. It is a sensory journey that rewards a slow, deliberate pace. To build this affordably, dig a shallow trench about 3 inches deep and line it with weed-suppressing fabric. Use larger cobbles or reclaimed bricks as an edging material to keep the smaller pebbles from migrating into the soil beds. Maintenance involves a quick occasional rake to level the surface and the removal of any fallen leaves. This permeable surface allows rainwater to soak directly into the ground, benefiting the surrounding root systems. Woven willow baskets suspended from heavy-duty iron brackets introduce greenery to the eye-level horizon. Cascading petunias and trailing lobelia create vibrant clouds of color that dance in the breeze. The movement of these hanging gardens adds a sense of life and energy to static walls or fences. Shadows cast by the swinging foliage change throughout the day, painting shifting patterns across the patio floor. Proper placement is essential. Ensure the brackets are anchored into the mortar of a brick wall or a solid wooden post. Use a high-quality potting mix that includes water-retaining crystals to help the soil stay moist in the wind. Since these baskets are exposed on all sides, they require more frequent feeding and watering than ground-level containers. Rotating the baskets weekly ensures that all sides of the plants receive equal sunlight. Warm, orange-hued clay pots grouped together create a Mediterranean-inspired focal point. Porous nature of the terracotta allows the soil to breathe, which is ideal for drought-tolerant plants like agave or lavender. Over time, these pots develop a white, powdery efflorescence that adds a weathered, ancient feel to the collection. The smell of damp clay after a rain shower is deeply evocative of traditional courtyard gardens. Finally, apply the design principle of grouping in odd numbers to create a more natural, less formal arrangement. Vary the heights and diameters of the pots to ensure the cluster has visual weight without appearing blocky. Place the tallest plant in the center or back and stagger the smaller ones around the base to hide the rims of the inner pots. This layering technique creates a lush, dense look even in a small space. From the rhythmic crunch of pebble paths to the weathered charm of upcycled crates, we've explored how intentional layers and rustic textures can turn a modest courtyard into a lush retreat. These shifts prove that you don't need an expansive estate to foster a deep connection with the land. Remember, tending to your garden is ultimately an act of tending to yourself. As you shape the soil, you nourish your own soul. If these ideas inspired your next project, please subscribe, like, and share your own gardening stories in the comments below.